Okay. Hi, guys. This is our third Wednesday, I think. Thank y'all for coming back again for New in the Queue. I'm super excited tonight because Heather and Lauren are both here. They are both quickly they've become trainers and they're quickly approaching coaches. They are both amazing girls. I love their photos. I love their online shops, and let's see. So they're both in North Carolina, and I'm excited for you to hear both of their stories and what they think has helped them become successful with LuLaRoe. Okay, so I'm not going to waste any more time, and I'm going to turn it over to Heather. So Heather, you go for it, okay?
Hi everyone, my name is Heather, and as Susan said, I am in North Carolina. I've been a consultant for about 10 months now, and I started because I'm a stay-at-home mom and I was looking for something to do. I moved from Indiana to North Carolina just before that, so I felt like I was missing a little bit. You know, I'd been a career woman my whole life, and it was a little bit hard, and I'm sure there are some women out there that are feeling that. So my friend Courtney Harwood, she thought that this would be a good fit for me. So I was looking for something to do, and I thought that, you know, I could maybe make a little extra money and maybe not feel quite as guilty buying a pair of shoes. You know how that is when you're a stay-at-home mom. Sometimes it's a little hard. So that's how I started. But I was a little apprehensive, and I'll tell you why I'm telling you my whole backstory here. I was a little apprehensive when I started because I know that the culture of LuLaRoe, a lot of it has to do with, you know, it's very loving. You know, the owner are very loving and helpful, and it's very important to be in person. You know, there's a very big, strong in-person presence about being there with the clothing, in person with people, seeing that high quality clothing. It's a huge piece of this, and I was really afraid that I was going to miss that because I'm actually not able to do that piece. I'm full online. I do everything online. I'm telling you a little bit more about me. I have a health condition that doesn't allow me to drive much. So I can't get in the car. I can't take my clothes. So I knew going into this is going to be a little harder for me. I'm not going to be able to have that side, and that stinks, you know. I didn't like that, but I was going to take what I did know. The piece that I did know was the career that I had prior to having children. And my background, the main and my strongest thing was customer service. And I had 10 years in a career in an insurance company, and all of it was customer service. Some of it was face-to-face, and most of it was actually on the phone or on some sort of a written communication. Like, I have this, okay? This is my piece. So I focused mostly on that and building my business that way. You know, I know how to make good customers. I know how to do that. So you would be amazed how wonderful how happy you can make people, going as far as saying yes ma'am and no ma'am and please and thank you, and making sure your grammar is correct and spelling out the word you, Y-O-U, and not using the letter U. I mean, things like that we let get away from us because we're so used to texting. It's very important. It's very important. So when you're starting out your business, keep those in mind, because there are customers out there that are shopping with a lot of consultants. And if you're going that extra mile, and if you're being polite and you're being efficient, and you're using correct grammar, I know that sounds so silly, but I'm telling you, it's going to go the extra mile. And if they're having a good, pleasant experience with you, chances are they're probably going to stick around a little bit more with you, and they're going to pay attention to your notifications and your VIP group, and they're going to shop more with you, and they're going to stick around a little bit more with you. I actually grabbed some of my customers that have been sticking around for a long time, and I asked them, what makes me stand out? And they said right away, my customer service. That was the first thing all three of them said. So I mean, you have to know that it goes somewhere. And I know I sound like a customer service 101 book, and that's so annoying. But I mean, you have to know that it goes somewhere. And I have to believe now that these women said this to me. I have to know that that's probably what has helped me in my business from the beginning. Because when I got going and I knew that I was going to have to rely solely on my online business, I didn't really know a whole lot about fashion. So I was struggling on that aspect, and I had to learn. So I was relying entirely on building relationships. And now that I feel very comfortable in my career and helping my customers on the other side of things, at the beginning, building my relationships, that was key. So getting going, I think that's where I was, and also resiliency through everything. When you're starting off and things are tough, I always tell the girls when they start off, you're going to hit a point at about 2 months, and it's going to be really tough, and you're going to go, why am I doing this? Because you're going to wonder, you're going to see this money coming in from your sales, and you're going to put it right back into your business, because that's the smart thing to do. You got to get your inventory going. You got to pay yourself back, and you're going to go, what am I doing? I'm exhausted. We're all probably doing 2 jobs, right? Stick with it. That resiliency, that bouncing back, that because you're gonna figure out really fast that this is for a reason, that you're gonna see how wonderful LuLaRoe is, and this job has given so much to so many people. And for me personally, I didn't know if I was going to be able to work again because of my health conditions. And for the women that are in my team, being able to quit jobs. So please, I need you to keep those things in mind. I need you to stay resilient, stay consistent, and stick with it, because there is so much for LuLaRoe. There's so much opportunity out there, and I'm so excited for you. I'm so glad. I think the fact that you're on this call right now speaks so much to how dedicated you are right now to your career. And if you keep up with just this alone, the fact that you're actually dialed into this call right now while you're waiting in the queue, you stick with this, and you stay resilient, and you stay consistent with this, there's a lot more for you in store. So I appreciate being on this call, and I appreciate you listening to me. Thanks very much, and back to you, Susan.
Okay. Heather, I think you're computers. So I love Heather's story because one of the first things I learned from Deanne is that LuLaRoe works for you, and you don't work for LuLaRoe. And Heather figured out a way to make LuLaRoe work for her family and for her life. And I just think it's completely amazing that she's doing what she's doing, and it's fitting into what works for her life. And so thank you, Heather, for sharing that. I'm like completely in awe of you, and I love you, and I think you're just an amazing girl and a consultant. And also, every single piece of LuLaRoe that you put on your body looks amazing. So you have got the fashion part completely down. You did. Like,
that does not come down. Okay, that was not there. Okay, because that took time. That took some Instagram hashtags. That took some pictures looking up. That took some time, and that took looking at your Instagram to figure that out. So.
Well, you're there. You got it. So I'm just gonna keep being jealous of your body, but that's okay. Okay, so Lauren also is making LuLaRoe work for her. She's a homeschool mom right now. She's I'm gonna let her tell you your story, but both these girls have both made LuLaRoe work for them. So okay, Lauren, I'm gonna be quiet. It's your turn.
Hey guys, I'm Lauren. I am. Can y'all hear me? Oh, no. Okay, just to make sure. So I am also in Raleigh, and I celebrated my LuLaRoe 1-year anniversary back in November, and it's been an amazing year, almost a year and a half for us and our family. And I found LuLaRoe when I was at the Y one day working out with one of my friends, and she was a friend of Susan's, and she said, hey, you have to go over to my friend Susan's house. She's selling these leggings, and they're amazing. And I had no idea what this was about. I thought she had sewed leggings or something. And so I was like, okay. So we loaded up our 7 kids between the 2 of us and headed to Susan's house. And I got there, and it was like this crazy frenzy. I mean, there was like dresses and shirts and women. Like, I think there was a man there with his daughters. Like, it was just this craziness of shopping. And I look around, I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I want to do it. And so I walked up to Susan, and I kind of like asked her what this was all about. And a few days later, we were meeting together. And then a few days after that, I called and placed my initial order, really having no clue what I was doing, but I was just excited to be a part of it. So we were just kind of learning as we went, and I hit trainer, I think, back in the summer, and my goal is to be coach by the end of the year. So it's been an amazing year and a half, but just some things that LuLaRoe has done for our family. My husband is a full-time firefighter with the city of Durham, and he owns a business. He's a home inspector, and that business tends to slow down in the winter, so he also took on another part-time job to help supplement income because I stay at home with our 3 kids. And so that was 3 jobs that he was working, and he was just tired, and our kids were missing out on a lot of time with him, and we just thought that this was just going to be the norm for our family, and that was okay, but it just wasn't ideal. And so when I jumped into this, I was hoping that it would replace the income from that 3rd part-time job, and it has, and it's just been amazing for our family, and he can be at home with us more, and we just get to see him a lot more. And he's actually my shipping department now. He does all the shipping for my online sales. Thankfully, he's learned shipping easy because I would have no clue how to do that, but he helps monitor online sales and take pictures, and it's just kind of become this family thing, and it's just been a huge blessing for our family. So that's kind of our story, and like Heather said, we've really made this work for us. It's taken some time to figure out, you know, where LuLaRoe kind of fits in with our life and kind of work our schedule around it, but it's doable, and it's been amazing for us. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the inventory management side of the business, because I feel like when my new girls come in, that's the thing that's most daunting, is you get really excited and you book all these parties, and so you have back-to-back parties, and you get your inventory in and you hang it all up, and the first thing you think is, oh my gosh, I'm going to run out of inventory. I have all these parties. How am I going to stretch this inventory to have enough for this 3rd party that I have this weekend? So first of all, I want to say that LuLaRoe really sets you up with an amazing initial inventory. Back when I onboarded, they had set packages, but you could really kind of tweak it any way you wanted. So I called in, and I would say, like, can I just get, you know, some more medium maxis, and I don't need all those extra smalls, and throw in a couple of Amelias, and I just hodgepodge this order together, really having no idea what I was doing. And I learned very quickly that it's better to have a lot of one size in fewer styles, if that makes sense. So the fact that they're giving you 15 extra small Irmas and 15 small Irmas, and you're going to have this amazing beefed up selection of Irmas or Nicole's or Cassie's right off the bat, is going to be great for your customers. It's like this psychological thing. When customers come in and see you have this huge selection, their mindset goes from, do I really want to buy an Irma, to now saying, which Irma do I want to buy? There's so many to choose from. And so the fact that they've set you up with this inventory is really smart, and they know what they're doing when they put these packages together with the numbers and the sizes. So I would just say trust those numbers, and that's a really good jumping off point for when you start to add new styles to your inventory. So set a goal for what you want for your inventory. Don't feel like you have to carry all the styles that LuLaRoe has. I know it's tempting when you get on there to order. You're like, I think I want some Lolas now, or I want some Monroes or Madisons, but it's really wise to set goals for your inventory. And I always suggest having 10, at least 10 in each size for each style. That's a really good goal to set for yourself. I try to do between 10 to 15 in my higher selling pieces like Irma's, Maxie's in the spring and summer. I really try to beef those up. That way when you have those back-to-back parties, it's not as scary. You can take maybe 8 Irmas or 8 extra small Irmas and keep 2, 3, 4 at home, and when you sell at that first party, you have this back stock that you can replenish for your next party. So you don't have to feel self-conscious about what you take to the parties, and you're confident going into it. And I've always heard the magic number for inventories between 700 to 800 pieces. When girls hit that number, they see their sales increase. And so like what Heather was talking about, if you can commit to reinvesting all your money that you earn for those first 2, 3, 4 months all back into inventory and just make it your goal to beef up your inventory, it's really going to pay off for you. You're going to turn around one day and you're going to have this amazing inventory and you're going to have money in the bank. And it just kind of happens. But you just have to keep ordering and reinvesting and just having that mindset going into it and knowing that that's what you're going to need to do to have this inventory. And I will say the most successful reps in this business are reps that order consistently every week. Their customers know they have new inventory coming in. They just have, that's just what they do, and their customers know that, and they get excited about the new things that are coming in. So I would just say set that goal for yourself. Know what you want from your inventory. Don't feel like you have to carry all the styles. Like I said, it's better to have a lot of fewer styles than it is to have a little of all the styles, if that makes sense. But I just want to say welcome. Y'all have joined an amazing team. We have a wealth of information on this team, and any of us are happy to help you in any way we can. So back to you.
Thank you. That was like so much information. I was taking notes, so that was really good. Thank y'all both. Okay, so you guys are asking really good questions on the group page, and I think everybody's doing their best to answer them. Keep asking questions this week. I'm really excited because next Wednesday, my upline, how I found LuLaRoe on Instagram, Amanda Lucero is going to come on and talk. So she's about to be 2 years in with LuLaRoe, so that's a lot of experience for our business. I mean, that's like a lot. And she's going to talk, and then the other guest is to be determined. So that's going to be next Wednesday at 8:30, and then in the meantime, y'all keep asking questions in the group. We're happy to help you and answer any that we can. So thanks for being here tonight, and thanks for your patience and staying excited about LuLaRoe. We're really excited for all of you. So, okay, see you next week. Bye. Thank y'all.